Hey there, if you are a photographer, or maybe you aren't a photographer, but you have a ton of family photos that just are a hot mess on a hard drive somewhere and you don't know how to organize them and you don't do anything with them, this video is going to help fix that problem. Hey there, I'm Katelyn. I'm glad you have found my channel because this is where we love to teach photographers how to become profitable and purposeful in their businesses while also allowing people into our own personal life and see what life is like with our family, with our friends, and through our faith. So right now, I am going to explain to you a little bit of our process of organizing family photos. And we've done other videos in this series. The first video we did, we talked about changing your whole mindset in regards to photographing your personal life with your nice camera if you're a photographer. And then we did a video all about how to actually get your DSLR camera out in your home and start using it. So we have all these photos now, right? Because everyone's taking pictures of their family, documenting their family's life. But what do you do with these images? You have to learn how to organize them, or else what's the purpose in taking them if they just sit on a hard drive for the rest of their life? So I'm gonna teach you how to organize them. We're gonna go to my office and I'm gonna show you the breakdown of my folder structure, how I get things edited, and everything you need to know to make sure that these images do not sit stagnant in a hard drive for the rest of their life. So what I want to take you through now is just showing you what it actually looks like to organize the structure, the folder structure of saving family photos. So let's go ahead and go to my computer screen so you can see the actual folder structure of the way that I organize my family photos. So when I import my images from this card, they're going onto a family hard drive, and I'm going to show you what I do with the images to keep them organized and the folder structure that I use. So this is inside a family hard drive from 2019, and I organize my images by month, and then each month they're categorized underneath that month into events. And so events could be things like a family barbecue, a lake trip. It could be photos we take for church that don't have anything to do with professional photos. And they're also categorized into at home. So at home events, I shoot a lot of photos at home, especially having a newborn or a new baby, because I'm taking monthly photos. And so if I import once and there's a folder full of, or there's a collection of images from the kids playing in the living room together with all their cousins, then that's going to be at home one. And then I am going to do another import maybe later in the month, like this is August 6th, this is August 23rd. Instead of just lumping the at-home images into this folder, I just create a second folder for them. So what I'm doing is I'm importing, and sometimes there's going to be different events mixed together into one import. And so I will use a program called Photo Mechanic to sort the images into different events. And let's look at the inside one of these event folders. So there's an unedited folder. That is what everything starts in. So all the images, nothing has been culled, nothing has been sorted through, nothing has been edited. It's all the raw files. And I do keep the raw files in these folders until I start running out of space, if I'm being honest. Then once I cull through these images, I drag them and organize them into a 5-star folder, which just means these are the best of the best. They're the ones that I'm going to keep. I then take this folder and I import that folder into Photo Mechanic. Lies. I import that folder into Lightroom, and that is where I begin the editing process. Okay, so we have culled everything. We've gone through all the images we took in the living room, at the lake, everything on the family card. They are sorted into their event folders, and then they are in an unedited folder. Once they're culled, they are in the 5-star folder. Now we have to actually get these raw images edited. So I'm going to take these culled images, take that folder, import them into Lightroom. And now I do the same type of process when I am blogging a wedding. For me, for family photos, I do like to blog once a month when there's a new baby in the family and I'm doing monthly updates. And honestly, even though it's a lot of work, it is like the greatest accountability. Like I want to make sure I do that for every month. I got a little behind with Graham around month 6 to like 8. And I had a backlog, and it was, and I realized, like, just trying to keep up with those 2 to 3 months that I missed, I realized why people give up on this. It's hard if you don't have a system and if you don't keep up with it. So I have kind of made a commitment now to myself, like even if or even when Graham turns 1 and I don't have those monthly that monthly rule in my head, like floating around. I'm like, I should still do monthly family blog posts to keep up with just getting my pictures done with the kids. And why would I not? Because like, it's great for the business, it's great for content, it's great for traffic to the blog, it's great for Instagram posts. So I should just maintain that pattern and that habit that I already have. So we have these culled images and they're in Lightroom. And now I'm going to go through these images and I'm going to label the ones green that I think like, man, I really want to share that on the blog. And what I have found is that when I do this, what I'm really doing is a second cull. So I take those green images then, and normally it's about a half, maybe 3/4 of them, and I will edit them. And I do the normal KJ edit to only those green labeled images. And I feel like I would normally batch images from like a wedding or a portrait session. But when you think about family photos, it's a little bit harder to batch edit them because if Evie runs into another room or if the light changes, it's just not as quick of an editing process. So I definitely want to make sure I'm only editing the best of the best. I have done some months where instead of bringing the images into Lightroom and hand picking like my actual favorites, I just edit the entire thing. And it actually makes the whole process a lot harder. The family yearbook's harder. Editing takes 3 times as long. So doing that additional second cull is actually really, really beneficial. So then I export these edited images into the edited folder and they are officially done until I start designing our family album or put them on the blog because I do both. So I export them 4,000 by 4,000 pixels, 300 DPI always. And then I always rename them to abbreviation of the month, the year, and then the description. So January, JAN, all caps, 2019, and then maybe Harper's birthday or family lake trip or whatever the event is. And I have found that that is really helpful, especially if something happens and you export to the wrong place or you don't know, like, where are these images? Instead of just having their file names, you have a description of what they actually are. So I hope that was helpful. I realize that it can be overwhelming. Sometimes people have so many photos that have been backlogged for years and years. And my encouragement to you would be to start fresh with a new system right now, moving forward, because if you focus on the old mess, you're not going to get excited about the new process that's going to actually give you the results that you want. So my encouragement, don't focus on the messy stuff, move forward with a new plan. And if you find yourself getting overwhelmed, just remember that the ultimate goal moving forward is to start documenting your family's life and organizing your images in a way that you can actually enjoy them in the future. So if you start today, you're already starting today creating something that your family will enjoy. And it's okay if you haven't done that for your entire life. Most people haven't. So you got to start somewhere, make today the day. And I hope this video was helpful. And we actually have more topics in this realm of conversation. So there are other videos and other topics that I want to cover in regards to documenting your family life, making a family yearbook. What do you do with photos that are old, that are disorganized? There's more to come. So subscribe so you don't miss them in the future. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.